morning students. Welcome back to your English class. So students, today I am going to explain you the third poem of your book Honeycomb, which is The Shed. Students, this poem is written by Frank Flynn and it's a narrative poem. Okay, now narrative poem means it's just like a short story which a child is telling us, and it is about, he's telling us about an old shed, right? Now what is a shed? Shed is like a, an old storehouse. Okay, so he's telling us all about an old storehouse. Okay, so that is what is there in this poem. So just like a short story. So it's a narrative poem. So before starting the poem, let us just know about the poet. Now Frank Flynn was an Australian doctor, author and missionary priest, right? He was an American doctor also, author also, as well as he was a missionary priest, Christian priest also. Okay, he was born on 6th of December 1906 in Sydney, Australia, and he died on 29th of July 2000. Okay, now some of his books are Northern Gateway and The Living Heart. Okay, although he has written a number of books, but these were some of his famous books, right? Okay, so this was all about the poet of the poem, Frank Flynn, right? So students, there is a short introduction for you of the poem, The Shed. Okay, let's see what is there in this poem. So the poem is about the shed, which I have already told you that it's an old storehouse. Okay, so it's about the shed which is located at the bottom of the poet's garden. Okay, it is located at the bottom. Okay, at the end of poet's garden. Okay, and it is in very bad condition. It's in worst condition. Okay, because it's an old one. Old hai, purana hai, so it's in bad condition, worst condition, right? And whenever the poet passes through that shed, what happens? जब भी poet pass करते हैं उस shed के through, it seems, ऐसा लगता है as if someone is staring at him from inside. Okay, it looks as if someone is there inside who is staring at the poet. Okay, and his brother also told him that a ghost stays in the shed, who hides himself in the floorboards. So his brother also told him that there is a ghost inside, and he just hides. He just hides where? In the floorboards. Now what do we mean by floorboards? Floorboards means actually wooden plank. Okay, wooden piece which is used to make your wooden flooring. Wooden ka floor hota hai, wood ka floor. So it is used for that, right? So his brother said that this is, this ghost, he stays in the floorboards or behind he just hides behind the floorboards, right? Okay. But obviously if someone will say such things to you, you will also get scared, right? Ab dar jaoge, same way the poet did, he also got scared, right? So, but at the end what happened? At the end, he just overcome his fear. Okay, by saying what? That one day soon I'll definitely enter this shed. That he said, he just overcomes his fear by saying that he will enter the shed one day soon. That definitely one day I'll enter this shed to see what is there inside, whether actually a ghost is there or is it just like that. Okay, so this is your short poem. Okay, this is short description, a short introduction of the poem. I'll explain you the whole poem with the help of a PPT presentation, everyone. So please watch it carefully. You'll definitely enjoy it, students. So let us start with the video. So students, let's just start with the poem. There's a shed at the bottom of our garden with a spider's web hanging across the door. So the poet says that there is a shed at the bottom of our garden. So here the location of the shed is described. So it is at the bottom of their garden with a spider's web hanging across the door. So what is there at the door? As you can see in the picture also, there is a spider's web, cobweb, which is hanging across the door. Okay, the hinges are rusty and creak in the wind. When I am in bed, I lie and listen. I'll open that door one day. So, students, first of all, the poet has described that there, the shed is at the bottom of the garden and no one goes inside that shed. Therefore, the hinges and, hinges are the door joints. As you can see in the picture, the door joints, they are rusty. उन पे रस्ट हो गई है, दे आर रस्टी, ओके, जंग लग गई है, ओके, बिकॉज नो वन गोज इनसाइड, दैट्स व्हाई दे हैव गॉन रस्टी, ओके. So, and one more thing, the hinges are rusty and they creak in the wind. They make a lot of noise whenever the wind moves, okay, whenever the wind makes them move, they make noise, right, okay. And when the poet is lying in his bed peacefully, when I am in bed, I lie and I listen. So when the poet is lying in his bed peacefully, he sometimes he hear such noise, okay, he just hear these noises from the shed, okay. So he can hear that that creaky sound which is coming from the hinges, because they have become rusty, okay. So wind blows and they just make noise. So whenever he just lies peacefully on his bed, whenever the poet is lying on the bed, he can just hear such noises from the shed. And the poet thinks in his heart that one day he will definitely open that door just to see what is there inside. That means here the poet is curious to know. Curious means वो जानना चाहते हैं कि actually में अंदर क्या है, but at the same time he is scared also. There is a dusty old window at the side with 3 cracked panes of glass. So what is there? There is a dusty old window, a window which is covered with dust around at the side, okay. So this is how he has described that shed, ki what all is there which is visible in that shed, okay. So there is a dusty old window around at the side with 3 cracked panes of glass. Now what do we mean by panes? Panes is like glass of window, okay, जो विंडो के ग्लासेस होते हैं वो. सो विथ 3 cracked panes, 3 cracked panes are there. The panes are the glasses which are cracked because it's an old one, no one goes inside, no one stays, that's why those are not in use and they are cracked, okay. And the window is also dusty, okay. I often think there is someone staring at me each time that I pass. I'll peep through that window one day. So students, here the poet says that sometimes he feels, just see, I often think there is someone staring at me. So he often feels that whenever he passes by that shed, जब भी वो shed के पास से जाते हैं, he feels that someone is staring at him through that window, okay. Staring means I've told you to look at someone continuously, okay. So that is staring, okay, looking, okay. So he feels that someone is staring at him continuously, right. And I'll peep through that window one day. So again he further tells that his intention, what is his intention, what does he want? He wants to look inside just to see actually what is there. Is there actually a ghost? Is there actually someone who is staring at him or not? So he just has that intention to look inside, okay. So here one day, it means that there is no time, no fixed time that he'll see or he'll just get inside that shed on that day. Kuch particular time nahi hai, that's why he's saying one day. So in these lines poet says that first of all he has described that the windows are old and they are dusty and there are 3 cracked glasses of window, okay. And whenever he passes through this shed, he feels that someone is staring at him. And I'll peep through that window one day. Peep means he'll look into the window, झांकना जैसे आप कहते हो. So he says that he will peep through or look into the window one day. And here one day is किसी दिन, because the time is uncertain, okay. My brother says there is a ghost in the shed who hides under the rotten floorboards. So the poet further tells us that his brother says that there is a ghost in the shed. And where does it hide? It hides under the rotten floorboards. I have already told you the meaning of floorboards. It's like wooden plank, wooden piece, log, okay. So he says, his brother says that ghost just hides under the rotten means decayed, kharab hui hui cheez, okay. So he says that the ghost, where does it hide? It hides under the rotten wooden plank, okay. And if I ever dare to set foot inside, he'll jump out and chop off my head, but I'll take a peek one day. So the poet further tells us that his brother says that there is a ghost inside the shed, and if poet ever dare to set foot inside, okay, so he says that, what do you mean by dare? Have the courage, to have the courage. So the poet says that if I ever set foot inside means if I ever get inside, मैं अंदर जाता हूँ, then he'll jump out and chop off my head. His brother says that whenever you'll get inside, he'll jump on you and he'll chop off your head. Chop means he'll cut your head, he'll kill you. But I'll take a peek one day. But then too, but फिर भी I'll take a peek one day. Peek means again I'll look inside. I'll definitely look inside one day. So students, in these lines, the poet tells us that his brother told him that there is a ghost inside, and it resides where? It just hides under the floorboards, old rotten floorboards, and he says that whenever the poet will get inside, then he'll just jump on him and chop off his head. But then also poet wants to look inside the shed. Okay? I know that there isn't really a ghost. My brother tells lies to keep the shed for his den. There isn't anyone staring or making strange noises, and the spider has been gone from his web since I don't know when. I'll go into that shed one day soon, but not just yet. So students, in these lines, the poet says that I know, that he knows that there isn't really a ghost, कि ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, there is no ghost inside. His brother is just telling lies. Okay, lies means झूठ बोलना. Okay, so he says that his brother is just telling lies. And why is he telling lie? Because he want to keep the shed for his den. And now what do we mean by den? Den is actually a private room that we have. We can just relax in that room, or it's your room, right? Personal room. Okay, so the poet says that there is no ghost inside because his brother is just, because his brother is just lying. झूठ बोल रहे हैं उनके brother, because he want to keep that shed as his den, क्योंकि वो अपना private room रखना चाहते हैं उस shed को. That's why he is telling me lie. There isn't anyone staring or making strange noises. That means there is no one who is staring at me. There is no one who is making strange noises. And the spider has been gone from his web. And the spider has also gone from the web. Okay, web means जाल, right? जाला होता है मकड़ी का. Same way he says that there is no spider in the web. Okay, there is no spider in the web. It has also left the door of the shed. Okay, so he thinks that his brother is just trying to scare him by telling these false stories. Okay, so, and why is he doing so? Because he want to keep that room, that shed, as his private room, as his den. Okay, that's why he's telling the poet such lies, that there is a ghost inside, there are noises, there is cobweb and all. Okay, that's why at the end the poet thus decides that he will go inside the shed one day. But again, he is having some fear. Obviously, he is having some fears. But then also, he says that one day he'll definitely go inside. But because he is scared, so he will take time. He'll not go immediately. Immediately means abhi nahi jayenge wo. He'll go after some time. But one day he will definitely go inside, just to see whether there is a ghost inside, or whether there is someone who's making noises or who is staring at the poet or not. So he will go inside, but not now. At the end it is written na, but not yet. But not just yet. Yet means abhi nahi. Not immediately, but one day. One day means again sometime. Sometime he'll definitely go inside the shed, just to see whether someone is there or not. Okay. So students, I hope you all have understood the poem and enjoyed the story too. So students, do watch the video again carefully. Read the poem thoroughly along with its meanings. Right? Still, if you have any doubt, you can contact me anytime. Okay. So now I'll see you all in your next class. Till then, just take care and do read the poem thoroughly. Thank you.